guys, welcome to Straight Up with Sean and Dre. What we created for you guys is going to be this almost like a real life documentary or web series on two millennials out here in the business world, reaching for whatever it is to reach for, which would be the top, I guess. Oftentimes people they look for a platform to do everything, or they need a whole lot to do something. We just said we got some stuff to share, so we're gonna share it and give our perspective and views. These are just our perspectives and views. Part of this is getting people to not to wear what people say and get caught up in their emotions and feelings, and just be able to hear from a different perspective of what somebody else think or how somebody else sees something. So that's kind of what we're gonna do on these little segments that we drop for you all. It's be real cool. We hope to be real interactive with you guys. It's some good stuff, We've done a whole lot in a little bit of time. That's why it kind of only makes sense. I'm 28, Dre's what, 32?
32,
32, but I tell you what, it feel like it's like 50 and 60 out here, for real.
Old.
And part of that just comes to like what we decided to do and be proactive in our lives.
As Sean stated, we met each other about 5 years ago. About 5 years ago.
Yeah, about 5 years ago.
Something like that, and really didn't know each other prior to that. So our stories are similar in nature, and they kind of blend together and brings us to where we are today. We're men of faith. We're not perfect, and we have fun. We try our best. And so we just want to give you guys our story, as Sean stated, our perspective. It may not be right according to you, but it's right according to us. We're going to bring some guests in eventually in some future episodes, you want to call it that. And it's going to be very, very real. Very real. That's what we call it, straight up.
We have so much, I know communication is an issue for people now, but when you get around people, then you got the ability to talk for hours at a time about, again, not about what somebody else is doing, but about life and how to do these different things. That's some good talk, and it's like a good, background talk. I don't know, whatever to call it, but it's some good stuff. And I'm like, we got to start sharing this with these people because, the things that we're doing, we're ultimately doing stuff in the community, trying to employ people, trying to do all of these things, beat all odds, whatever they said the odds were. A lot of this is just like writing our own book and not really taking what anyone says is what we got to do with our lives, but, the lives that we have in our own brains and the visions and the things that we want to do.
All right.
How we met was super crazy. Some maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. I'm out here living crazy. Like, I don't even know what happened. I was doing some super crazy stuff and ended up in the back of an ambulance. And shoot, I don't even know. I woke up and then I see Dre. He like, yo, Sean, that's what's up? And I'm like, what? So some months go by and, I think we was at the bar one day. I bumped into him and he was like, yo, what's up, Sean? Blah, 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 blah. Let's get up. And for real, for me, I was just like, yeah, you respond and say, yeah, we got to do that. But not really, because again, I'm like, I don't really like making friends. And then I'm like, I don't need friends with dudes. I'm like, I don't even know him. Like, what he want with me? So maybe a couple months went by, same thing happened. Passed him again. He keep reaching out, and I'm like, Dre a little bit older, but I'm like, I don't know him. Like, why he want to be friends with me or why he want to hang out. Ain't nothing I'm doing that he want to be doing. So this random guy, he was cutting my hair.
Mario.
Was he like
Puerto Rican, ain't he?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, Mario. So he randomly used to cut my hair, and he used to cut it sometimes at his house in his garage. And again, I'm getting my hair cut on this random day. Guess who come driving up? I'm like, all right, he a cop. I'm like, all right, you cop. Like, what's going on here? Like, why you keep following me now? And then he talking about the dude cut his hair for years. I'm like, what's going on? This is so random. So we exchanged information and, and y'all gonna see that I probably talk a whole lot. I talk, because I can tell a story and I don't forget nothing. So I'm sharp as a tack. I play dumb, but because again, when you act like you know too much, people don't really receive that too well, so you just kind of just
They had to get over that. But anyway.
yeah. But so he said, yo, we should work out. And I'm like, well, like, you know, come over here to the gym that I'm at. You know, I'm not going to just drop all these names and give everybody all this free publicity from this. But we was at this gym, and he said, work out. So we started working out, but we started paying attention to what people were doing in there. You know, we were like, man, look at these trainers. Like, they're not really doing nothing for these people. Like I'm like, all right, they doing this, but I'm like, and they paying all of this money to stop working out to come back to work. I'm like, we could do this. Like, oh yeah, we could do this. So we just would talk back and forth about it or whatever. So
you go back to Patrick Henry Mall. What was that?
Right, but the Patrick Henry Mall is not. But this is before we got to the mall. We would just
He's
always
a storyteller. He don't forget nothing. Go ahead.
But we would just be in the gym and just see this. Again, the biggest thing, certain key words that we said, just pay attention. We were just paying attention to our surroundings and understanding, like, again, how much, you know, the value of $1. Like, I'm like, y'all spending like $70, $80, $90 an hour to only like finish with your training and come work back out. Like, shit, if I ain't crawling out of here, like, I'm not giving nobody no money. But teach his own, whatever people like to do, whatever lies people want to be sold or dreams, whatever works. So we go to Patrick Henry Mall. They were like at, you know, at
Chick-fil-A. He was eating Chick-fil-A.
Oh, it was eating Chick-fil-A.
Publicity.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody got to cut a check for all this. If I keep dropping all these names, but you know, some people on my team, Chick-fil-A's alright, so 'cause we affiliated, you know. So so we sitting there and we trying to figure out. We're gonna do a boot camp, and we're gonna charge $5. And the idea between $5 is, I'm like, for $5, people might decide that they will come work out. It's not a lot of money. It's it's cheap. But again, we're not trying to do it for no money. We just I know the money that people paying. Like, y'all can get this a whole lot cheaper. And I'm not even trying to charge y'all all of this money because it's stupid that y'all willing to pay all of this money. Right. Completely dumb. But so we sitting there, we trying to come out with a name. And at the time, Dre's like temple, body. We want to make it something like Christian-like, and he's temple something. And I'm like, well, okay, the temple ain't it, but I'm like, a frame, like your body's a frame. And then we's like, okay, frame fitness. I'm like, okay, cool. And then, we come up with, and I'm like, well, what is a frame? It's a picture. And then our slogan became picture yourself frame. Picture frame fitness, picture yourself in a frame looking good. Makes a lot of sense. Super creative, we run with that. So then we have our boot camp. And crazy, 50 people, 7,500 people. It's getting out of control. We had to write a script because I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing, but shoot, dog, all these people keep coming, and I'm like, $5 add up. So I'm like, dang, we in the game. So a lot of these different places was kind enough to let us use their facilities. Some people told us don't come, wanted to charge us. So, so we were bouncing all over the place, and then we found a home. It was a very good home. I appreciate the home. You guys know who y'all are. And they took good care of us, but I'm talking to Dre. I'm like, man, what are we gonna do? Are we really gonna do this? Is this gonna be real? And if so, we're gonna have to get our own spot. Again, we can't be playing. It seemed pretty real, so we get certified and do all of this stuff. Right. Found a place, opened up a gym, ran up a bunch of credit cards. We did whatever we had to do. Again, kind of don't know what we're doing, just living in the moment, very in the moment. With that, we had a lot of success, learned a lot. The people would vote best gym, best
fitness center,
all of that.
Trainers.
And you would, people would say them accolades mean something.
They don't mean nothing.
They don't mean nothing. They don't mean nothing. And not to knock that they don't mean nothing, but people don't really care.
We appreciate y'all votes, but
the people don't really care. As much as people think you could do something so great, but and you might as well, I don't know, piss on the side of the building and get more attention than doing something so productive. So we never really did it for money. We really did it because it was we don't believe people should spend that kind of money to do this, at all. So we never ever made it about money at the time. Dre still has his job at the time. I had another job, so it was like some on the side stuff. People would like, "Yo, that's super cool." We were like, I don't really know. Like, it's just a gym. Like I don't know what the hype is. Anybody can do it.
Yeah.
And again, that's another point. Remember certain keywords. Like anybody can do it.
Yes.
So, we kind of did that, and along the way, we learned a whole lot. And you start to learn people. You start to learn communication, real people. You get the rawness of people. You get to where they can speak freely and all of this. I'm all about speaking free and being open. Oftentimes in life, people got to close their mouth or watch what they got to say. Again, it's your mouth, so I don't know why somebody else telling you what to say. But I know the rules of the world and what they tell you can and cannot do, and people live by them and swear by them, and whatever works. I don't know, whatever works. So along this journey, and Dre, feel free to interject with anything. Yeah. Along this journey, we had to make a decision because, like, in the business world, to be young, again, we were like, what? Be like 24, 25. You
I was
what?
Like 28, 29.
28. So we super young doing this, so we kind of have to learn on the fly and like.
Absolutely.
But I'd say a lot of stuff be what makes sense. And we were like, man, we having to let trainers go. Like, it's just not what we needed to be when we show up there. It's not, So.
I think what's crazy about the whole situation up to this point, what we're trying to kind of tell you guys about, man. Everything happens for a reason. It was a reason that I was standing over top of Sean in the back of an ambulance. It's a reason we met at the barbershop, at the bar. All these mixed places that really shouldn't really blend together, we ended up blending together.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, real talk, we're not perfect, but like God predestines all these steps. He orders our steps in His will. So as we get to the gym portion, like, we didn't really know what we was doing. We had some certs, we had some cash, we had the space.
Right.
We want to help people.
It all goes back to like the heart. Like the heart was absolutely there.
Right.
I would like to say to this day, we never made anything about money. Like, currency is the lowest form of prosperity anyway. So, if you run and talk about some money, everybody that got money definitely ain't talking about no money.
And they all not happy either.
Nah, because the money ain't it. So we never made it about money. We never, it was really for the public, for the community. You would say somebody did something for the community. I'm like, here you go. Like, shoot. We did it and kind of just left it there for y'all. But
prices is crazy.
Oh my gosh, the prices was crazy. We made it so affordable that, people would we would try to tell people you should come over, and they're like, I don't know how y'all are making money, but I'm like, well, I don't know why they're spending that kind of money, and this gotta make sense. But the world is very strange, and people are very weird, and sometimes this stuff is too cheap. They like, I don't know if it's real or not, but I'm like, well, why don't you just try it? So you can't really convince people of anything. They'll spend whatever money they want to spend, but again, whatever works. But again, we knew that it was affordable. It was a good workout. Trust me. I'm not doing this because I need a job, so it ain't about no money. Like, the money you paying me, I don't necessarily need, nor am I trying to take all of this money. That's why I'm willing to bite the bullet so you can get what you need, be in shape, all these different things that we feel like this is the purpose behind this. Again, our prices never change. I mean, we gotta stay loyal for real to what we was true to, and I don't necessarily think the public received that very well. You could come up with a great business plan and project to make X amount of money. And we made some money, and did a lot of great things that can't take that away. But sometimes you start to ask, and this is for the people out here that inspired. You would ask, well, what do people really want? Because you can give them what they want, and that still ain't it. So that's why you got to make it solely about what you want. Because with that, again, I never needed any applause or thanks or nothing. Once you figure out who you are, you kind of don't really need the extra that people can give. So it was never about money. It was never about the awards and the accolades. It was solely for the public, and it was super cool. Had a lot of fun. You learned a lot. But with that, a decision had to be made that, if you follow and listening, I'm just stopping and pausing and going. sometimes you got to narrate the thing so people can keep up.
Yeah. Right.
So so I ended up quitting my job, and then I'm like, yo, somebody gonna be here. As partners, it was like understood that like, all right, I'm gonna take the pay cut, do this for the gym. Dre like, cool, you can keep the money, whatever, because you gotta survive. So it was already like this genuine partnership. There was no egos, and there was no pride, and there was no I'm entitled to this because of this, because the goal was the same. Like, we gonna do this, we gonna make it work, because this is what we want to do. Like, again, I think stuff becomes complicated when you add just money and just
pride
and ego, things that ain't really getting you nowhere. Like, and if you didn't use those things to get some money, like, don't ever use them thinking it's gonna get you money when you get money, or whatever the case may be. So we work in there, and we, things are happening. We surviving. Now we got people signing up for a year, and I'm like, that's a very cool thing when somebody gives you $5 for the first time, then somebody gives you $10, somebody gives you $200, somebody gives you $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Like, yo, that's so crazy and cool that people would like pay you money.
Yep.
Like, people gonna pay you money.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is try to do something, and people gonna pay you money.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna work, but you're gonna try something that people are gonna pay you money. How crazy is that? How crazy is it that other people see so much value in what they're paying you money? Like, super cool. That's like, again, a lot of that's just your ability to produce and not be afraid, and like to step out on a limb and say I know something, to say I'm good at what I do. People like that. Like, again, sometimes that's a conflict of interest for people, because they want to do certain things and they don't, and then they resent people that do. But it was never like that with us. It was pretty pure and organic still to this day. I mean, again, the mission was never the same, and we were total complete strangers. So to say you got to know somebody to do something, I'm like, no, you just got to be able to communicate, remove your feelings and emotions, and shoot, you can do whatever you want. So we working at the gym. It's funny because when I first met Dre, I was like, yo, you gotta do I wanted to do this. We gotta open up like a restaurant. And he was like, I don't know, blah, 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 blah. I kind of like kicked it to the curb. But I'm like, true, dog, we gotta do this. Because again, why not? Anybody can do it. Remember, anybody can do anything. So along the way, and again, I'm just fast forwarding the story because it ain't really so much about Sean and Dre. We just give you a little bit of backdrop because I know some people want that and need that, and I don't know. That's what the movies do and the TV. So we're just giving you all this extra because it's the truth, but it's like
we just laying the foundation.
Yeah, and it's super like not like, I don't know what y'all think. Like, we just talking and conversating and hanging out. But, so along the way, I said we need to open up a restaurant, and he like, whatever. So then it came back on the table, and, right now we got a restaurant too. And, again, just making it a point to do what you want to do and take those steps. You can get what you want. It's really not that hard. I wish I could tell you it's so hard to own a gym. I wish I could tell you it's so hard to own a restaurant. What's hard is you getting out your own way. Now, you might struggle with that, and that's what this is all about, to try to get you past that initial roadblock to get and do whatever it is that you want to do, because again, it's usually just you stopping you. It's not resources, it's not lack of money, it's a lack of confidence, a whole lot of lack of faith. I don't know, help me out. What's all the things people need in normal foundations? You need structure, stability, like all of those things, but in your own self to do these things. And right now we got that, and again people walk by and say, yo, that's super cool, that's a genius, like, how'd you guys think of that? And I'm like, what do you mean? The whole world's doing this, like, what are y'all looking at? Like, and I don't say that like I'm dismissing, the praise, and like, again, I gotta say all of this because the world is so sensitive that as soon as you don't accept the praise and, thank you, everybody's like, oh, they're rude, obnoxious, a bunch of weird stuff to how people talk. But it's just not it, though. like again, there's still more, and you know, it's up to you to figure out what that more really is, or what you got to do to fulfill that gap. But again, we just kind of just trying stuff out, like just trying stuff out. Like again, I like to say most things I ever did in my life, I've done all of those things. I've done all of those things.
Yeah.
Long list, good, bad. I kind of done them all. Like,
Right.
but you know, when you kind of direct those things to like good stuff, and like you can really do those, it ain't that hard. I'm here to tell you, it ain't. Right now, you'd be like, oh, them boys got all of this money, like all of this stuff. I'm like, yeah, y'all are funny. When the check clear, I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm really gonna let y'all know when it clear, but it's not. Like, we just out here surviving like everybody else. And that's, you know, proof that, like, shoot, God will do it for you, straight up. Like, he will definitely make you look like you balling, and, like, you be like, shoot, how y'all do this with no money? Like, you know what? I don't even know either. I don't even know. Like, it's a big old mystery. I mean, it's not really a mystery. We know.
Yeah, we know.
You know.
I mean,
you know, it's
the God. I mean, so we got to this point with the restaurant and the fitness business. So, and now we're so in tune, like, with doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
Like, you know, we have, and I'm gonna put the names out here with this right now. We have some amazing pastors, man. Sean's pastor, Christopher Apostle Spells.
Oh yeah, big dog.
Shout out to the Spells all day.
Yo, trying to tell y'all, if y'all don't know him, I'm trying to tell y'all, he like the TD Jakes out here. Like,
he's killing.
But again,
he's killing.
You will see him again. Like certain names, you will see again.
Absolutely.
You will see him again on a larger scale. But again, he running around here. If y'all need to holler at him, he'll get you right. He'll you know, good guy, my dog.
Shout out to my pastor, the OG of Williamsburg, Bishop John N. Gray.
John Gray.
He honing it down about the Restoration Center. But with that being said, you know, we're learning on a daily basis just how to be the best man that we can. And,
correct.
You know, we're not perfect again, but the favor and the anointing that we have in our lives is just...
It's crazy, man. And
you know,
and most times, you know, the people like to like condemn you for what you did. I'm like, but again, who's ever worried about what people got to say? That's a whole issue on its own. Like, it's another episode, and we gonna get into that too, because that's a whole weird thing. Like, I don't like them because they did this and da 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 da. I'm like, well, who are they? Like, but you know, but there has to be some kind of correction, and that correction comes within you yourself, and the willingness and wanting to do better for yourself or for whatever it is that you want in your life. Again, whatever you want. Again, that's not what, I don't know what Dre wants. I know we got some things similar, but certain things I want, certain things he wants. You're gonna have to make them adjustments to get those, and I'm gonna have to make them to get mine. So with all of that, you know, the businesses and this, it's just two guys that's going to give you guys some real talk on some stuff that's going on, how to deal with certain things. You know, we in that age gap where, like, you know, yeah, I know your mama and I know your daughter, and then, like, you know, I can be at the top with so your grandparents, but then again, I'm still young enough that, again, I know the grandkids, like, you know, we're in that weird space gap, and you know, we see just a lot of just different things that issues that, like, you know, some parents, you know, they like, again, because again, we only a little bit older than some of these high school kids, so their parents like got double age on me. And I'm like, shoot, I got my own kids, so I'm like, I know you don't understand what's going on with these kids, because I'm like, you old school. You know, just different things. And I think there has to be some platform that gives some structure to like how to understand the way the world is now and the way that people operate. You know, I'm not gonna say we live in a bad stage in the time. I'm not. It's just different. It's a different space, and you got to just adjust with the space that you're in. We're gonna speak to a bunch of different things: social media, just cool topics that we feel like.
Topics.
Yeah,
confidence,
respect, different things that you kind of need to, like, you know, do what it is that you need to do and get that chip off your shoulder to be able to walk in that authority, move how you need to move.
We got to about generational curses and stuff.
Them curses is real.
Them curses is real.
Them curses is real that's on your life, and And
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
oh, that's deep. Because once you do that though, you gonna be like,
Yeah.
you gonna be like untouched. You gonna be like repelling, like,
Yep.
like it's just raining and you just walking around. Like, so it's gonna be super cool, super fun. Expect to see different. We're gonna go different places, talk to different people. Again, we trying to hit. Again, I'm not trying to speak for the masses. I'm trying to speak for the real of what's going on. I mean, to say in a short period of time, we done a whole lot. I mean, Dre's a cop, business owner. I'm business owner, DOD, Army. Did a whole lot. Like we did a whole lot in like in a decade. They go from you go from 2010 to 2020, right, straight up. I'm like, dang, like I can hang it up for real. You know, like what else? I ain't got nothing else to do. They talking about work till 62, like 62. I ain't going 32. But so we're gonna talk about a lot of things. And this, you know, with all of this, it's just a mindset thing. You know, we're gonna laugh and we joke, but it's really to help people release the pressure that they carry with them, the stress, the baggage, the stuff that's all trapped up in here that it's really just holding you back. But and sometimes people don't know how to like get through that or break through that or come to terms with that. And you got to get real with yourself, you know, and have a powwow with yourself and lay out the truth about yourself. Right. Again, not condemning or like rejecting what happened or whatever the case may be, but just get real. Like, okay, that happened, okay. Because again, you didn't know. Like, you only did the best that you can do. I always like to say, people only really do what they know. You'd be like, why should you not do that? Why shouldn't I not do that? Well, this could, but nah, I don't know. Maybe it don't gotta happen. And you know, the world will say, well, you should know right or wrong. But you know, the word should, as soon as you say that, those are your beliefs getting pushed upon anybody. You know, we gotta be able to let somebody do what they do. It might not correlate to what you like or whatever, but then you can like adjust accordingly, but have compassion for people and just be like, you know, that's a space that I probably don't want to be in ever. And it might suck that you gotta go through that. You know, the little things like that where like you start to like soften how you deal with people, and because you understand more, because everybody comes from different walks of life, different backgrounds, and everybody don't know what you know. Common sense ain't common. I mean, like the little stuff that like, you know, and then, you know, the whole, I mean, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be super interactive. It's gonna be super fun. Yeah. You know, the only reason this junk is gonna be so popular because we are so fucking cool. Like, and I'm not looking for y'all to tell us that. Like, this junk been confirmed for a long. I'm joking. But no, it's gonna be, you're gonna get some good personality and some fun. I mean, you know, people walk around here with a stick up them half the time nowadays. It's just, again, people gotta start coming back to themselves. Like, come on back. I know they told you that. I know they told you this. I know they told you that. But like, what do you want to do with your life? What do you want? That's why this is straight up. This is just real talk, real energy, like real people. Sorry, we don't have the millions, and I'm just gonna tell you from some weird perspective on how to do this and how to make it. And we're like, don't got it. Like, I'm still out here every day, like y'all, trying to figure it out. But being very proactive in that still to this day, to where I feel like talking to you guys might be more proactive than all the stuff that I've ever done, because again, the impact, at what point are you gonna like switch it over to have an impact? And I think this is gonna reach a lot of people. Not saying it's gonna reach a lot of people that we know, but I know some strangers that would definitely care to listen. You know, because we do some speaking engagements and stuff all the time, and the reception is super good. I mean, like, they're like, yo, sometimes I'm like, yo, dang, that sounded all right. We said it? Right. So, you know, but, you know, again, you got a voice. So you should speak up. You know, all of this, bite your tongue and hold back. Like, for what? Like I said, we're here for a good time. Now, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I don't like to waste time. And you know, and time is money. Time is money. Like, you control your time, you must make a lot of money. But then when you understand time, like, time is the one thing can't nobody get back. Like, nobody. Like, yesterday was already gone. Like, 6 o'clock was already gone. It's probably like 8 something. But like, time is gone. Yesterday gone. You know, you got to start planning for the now, which then correlates to the future. Like, let's keep going back to what happened yesterday. Like, for what? Right. Like, again, take you and them emotions and come on into today.
Yep.
Actually, leave those back there, because again, the world gonna keep moving, everything gonna keep going, and until you got more control than you think, So that's what this is gonna be about. Super cool. Sean and Dre. Straight up. I mean, this is what we doing. So you'll see a lot more of us. Feel free to comment. Like, we gonna have our YouTube page
We already got
coming.
that.
Oh,
Straight up. With
Yeah.
Sean and Dre on YouTube channel.
yeah. See, do we got it?
We got it, bro.
Dang. See, that's how life be. I don't be knowing. This ain't no script. This
Yeah,
ain't
we
the.
just-
But again, with that, this whole thing is about it's so many platforms for you to be great.
Right.
So many things that you can do. So start doing them. Trust me, your job ain't gonna never pay you the price that you want or what you really worth. Because y'all, I mean, man, all the time I hear people tell me something like, dang, let me go ahead and steal that idea. Because you don't even know what you just said, basically. I'm like, dang, that's the smartest thing I ever.
Yeah.
Man, never mind. But all right, guys, we're going to catch y'all another time. Sean and Dre, peace.
Adios.